Okay, we are tackling the Barvember problem from White Rose Maths for Tuesday the 13th of November 2018. It looks similar to one of the previous ones. Let's have a look. Hassan and Greg have £1,500 in total. Hassan gives Greg £83. Hassan now has 5 times as much money as Greg. How much more money did Hassan have than Greg at the start? Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to, at some point I'll figure out how to use this properly. Okay, so Hassan and Greg have that in total. Hassan gives Greg some money. Hassan, all right, has 5 times as much money as Greg. That's where I want to go in, because that gives me the size of something in relation to something else. That's always a good place to start with these problems. So we've got Hassan, and that's going to be 1 part, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5 equal parts, Hassan and then Greg, because at the end Hassan has 5 times as much money as Greg, so Greg would have 1 part. Okay, and we know that in total this is 1,500. I know we're told that that's, we're told at the beginning that's what it is, but no money leaves this system. No money is spent in a shop or given from outside, so there's always £1,500, no matter how much Hassan gives to Greg or Greg gives to Hassan. Okay, so that's what they had. This is the situation at the end. Now, this is after Hassan has given 83 to Greg. So it's now, that looks like half. It's not meant to be. It's just meant to be big enough for me to write 83 in it. Okay, so 83, and this is the 83 here. Okay, because at the beginning this part was up here. All right, Hassan gave Greg the 83, and that's when we achieved this proportion of 5 to 1. Okay, so how much more money did Hassan have than Greg at the start? Okay, so let's have a look. There's 1,500 in here. If we can just find out therefore what one of these is. All right, so if because at the end we've got this, haven't we? Yeah, all these equal parts. All right, so if we have 1,500 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to divide that by 6. How many 6 goes into 15? That's 2 with 3 left over. And how many 6s? There we go, 5 and 0. Okay, so we've got 250. All right, so each of these blocks is worth 250. Okay, so I don't need to write it in, but it just shows 250, 250, 250, 250, and this is 250. Okay, this whole block. All right. What it's asking is how much more money did Hassan have than Greg at the start? So we need to know how much did they have at the beginning. So at the beginning, Hassan had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 250. Okay, plus the 83. All right, so 5 times 250 is 1,250. Okay, that's up to there, and then I need to add the 83. Okay, so 1 2 5 0, add 83. Okay, so I've got 1,333. Okay, so Hassan is, I'm just going to write this here, actually one here, 1,333. And then Greg, what did Greg have at the beginning? Well, Greg did not have this 83 at the beginning. Remember, that's what was given to him by Hassan. This whole block is worth 250, and so I need to subtract 83 from 250. I ought to be labeling these, of course, as I go along. I ought to have written that this is Hassan at start, but although I've put that in there just so that I can keep track of things. So that's per block. Okay, so we've got right. Okay, all right, so that gives us 167. So at the beginning Greg had 167. What do we ask for? We asked for the difference. So 1 3 3 3, subtract 67. Okay, and the answer we get is 1,266. Okay, so 1,266. All right, thank you very much.